it's Melissa here, and I'm so happy to be finally back with you again. So I have moved on to my July hip kit, and I'll be honest, I've really struggled with starting. I don't know why, but I don't know. Anyway, Monica, Scrap Saturdays, you have been so inspirational. I just want to say thank you, because you are using this kit at the moment, and I've been having a bit of a marathon on your videos, and you have just really sparked the creative flow for me, because I love how you share about why you scrapbook, and I love that you just really love to inspire. And so thank you. Now moving on, so I'm using this beautiful paper, that the background, which is a watercolour designed by Irit Landgraf, and I think this one is called Lily. So there's two papers in the kit, one is called Lily and one is called Ella, and they're both named after her gorgeous girls. This one I think is my favourite paper in the whole kit, and I knew that I wanted to use it as a background, and because it's so beautiful, this may be why I've been having trouble actually, because it's so beautiful I don't know where to start. So I've got this photo of Ava, it's her in the Moses basket and her beautiful little feet, and I thought it went so well with this paper. Now I could have chosen a paper that was really soft and pretty. This paper is quite bold, but I thought that it would work really well in the position that, so I've turned it so that I think the branding strap would have been on the left there. So I've turned it round and I'm positioning my photo where it is. I'm using that, I think it's crepe paper, Oasis paper with the black hearts. I'm using that as a mat for my photo. And now I'm just going through everything in the kit, because everything's fair game. It's all available. This little measuring ruler I thought was perfect for a baby layout, because it's, you know, focused in on her little feet. And so I've just positioned that to ground my photo. And my aim with this one was to colour match, which is something Irit does a lot, and just do that so that I don't overwhelm the pattern paper. And I really wanted the pattern paper to be the star as well as the photo. So that little love cut apart from the Bella Boulevard sheet was perfect. And sorry if you can hear the dishes, my husband's just doing the dishes in the background. So I'm just going to position that there. And there's a lot of exclusives in this kit. So these are exclusive enamel, which feel beautiful. If you like me and you like tactile, they're just smooth and gorgeous. And then these are exclusive chipboard flowers. And so I did struggle a bit with the orange, because there wasn't really any orange in this paper. And so there was a lot of looking at things. I've cut a lot of it out because, you know, when it's your first layout, everything's there. You almost don't know where to start. So these are like paper clips, but they're made of something stronger, like a plastic, between a plastic and a paper. And so I'm wanting to select the right one to go on top of my photo. And then these are the Amy Tangerine Hustle and Heart ephemera, and a lot of people have commented on how big they are and how hard they are to use. Now, so far I haven't found it. I've found that. I've made two layouts. This is the first one. The second one doesn't have a process video, but I'll share it in my layout share at the end. So I'm using that little feather, and I'm just lifting, as always, my photo with some foam, and then I can tuck that feather behind. Now that is Azaria. The kids had a can drive at school, so it was a video and you bought a can or 3 cans. If you bought 3 cans, you got the movie, some popcorn and a cupcake. So she was just checking whether she could take those tomatoes. I said no, they're like gourmet tomatoes. Anyway, we didn't buy rubbish stuff to give away, we bought good stuff, but I wanted those tomatoes for me. I digress. So then I have popped up the edge of that little love cut apart on foam as well, just to give it some lift. And now I'm just going to glue all this down. So I think one of the biggest things about this layout was committing to it, and I knew that once I positioned this that I had to go ahead with my plan. Yeah, so I think for me this layout is simple, which is good because the background paper is so busy, and a lot of my layouts with the previous month kit were full of stitching. They were full of stitching. I was going to say works of art, but that sounds really, really arrogant, and I'm not arrogant at all. But for me, they were time consuming because there was so much stitching involved in them. And with this kit, I just need to get going because this is July, August, September, October, November. I have so many, I have other kits, hip kits sitting there, and I really need to get onto them. And I feel like this kit was blocking me in a way. Not the kit. The kit is gorgeous, but my opinion or my view or my perception of the kit was blocking me. So I'm getting pretty deep, aren't I, about my scrapbooking, but I just wanted to share with you that it's not always easy, and sometimes you just have to take the plunge and get going. And that's why I love watching Monica, because she shares so much about her philosophy of why she scrapbooks and how she scrapbooks. And it's not so much, I'm gluing this down or I'm sticking this here. It's more about just self-care and getting in there and just doing it and making time for yourself. And that to me is really important as a mum of 4, that I take time out to do this for myself, because I'm a better mum if I find time to be creative. So here I am with the thickers from last month that I didn't use, and I love the font. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I thought, I didn't know whether to use them on this or not, but that grey font is too bold. This one is more free-flowing, and so I decided, you know what, it's not the perfect shade of yellow, but I'm going to go for it anyway. And that's what I did. So I'm just going to call this one Tiny Feet, I think I call it, because they are. And my journaling is about, her feet are so tiny and we don't know who she's going to be, and those little feet will grow and carry her to be the person that she's called to be. So I think when you do baby layouts, there's so many photos. I have so many photos and I haven't scrapped them, and there's not a big story behind every single photo. So you can think of creative ways to tell a story, and in this way I've written it as a letter to her from me. So when she's older, she can look back and reflect, I guess, on my thoughts about her tiny little feet. So yeah, hoping that you're enjoying this. I guess it's a bit different for me. It's definitely a different narration to my video, but I'm really happy with how this turned out, and I was so happy to finally get this layout open, because often the first cut, as I've said before, is the hardest. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll be back again soon. Take care.